I didn't realize how much Nofap would change my mind, my confidence, and even my face until 1 year ago. Back then, I couldn't go even 2 days without relapsing. I'd come home from school, get an urge, and then guess what? I would relapse again. It was like a never-ending cycle. But listen, I'm gonna give you the 3 methods you need to get over this addiction. Right, I'm not gonna give you 10 or 20 because a lot of them you won't even really need. I'm gonna give you the 3 foundational ones that you will need to get over this addiction. The only ones you will need. But before we get into it, you need to watch this entire video because how do you expect to get over one of the hardest addictions there is for young men if you can't just watch this video through? All right, so the first method I implemented was actually asking myself why I was relapsing. Because I'd be so worried about the streak getting to 3 days, 4 days, and even a week that I wouldn't even question what was causing the relapse in the first place. Every time after school, I'd get into bed and I'd be bored. I'd scroll on my phone, I'd see something that gave me an urge, and that would cause me to relapse. I wasn't actually asking myself what it was that was causing me to relapse, and that's why I couldn't get over the addiction. It was only when I thought about it, I actually thought, what is causing me to get this urge, which allowed me to prevent it completely. So ask yourself that question, what is causing you that urge, which is causing you to relapse? Are you just bored, which means you need to be more productive? Are you just scrolling? So you might need to lower your screen time. Okay, so the second method, which I don't know if many people will agree with me upon, is to transmute your energy you get from your urges into something else. Because think about it, vision this. You get an urge on your bed, you're scrolling or something, right? You see something that hits your urge. If you go on the ground and hit 20 push-ups, chances are you won't have that urge anymore. Now, why is that? Because you've transmuted that energy into something else. Think about it, energy can't be created nor destroyed. So you need to redirect it into something else. Whether that's, I don't know, exercise, whether that's your work, your studies, even just doing 20 push-ups on the floor if you're like serious about it. The same energy which gives you that urge, which causes you to relapse, can also make you unstoppable. Right? If you can put that stuff into something meaningful, into something purposeful, then bro, you'll be crushing it because instead of on your bed relapsing, you'll be able to put that masculine energy into something else, right? When I used to relapse every day after school, I'd have no motivation and, little energy to do the things I actually wanted to get done, like my schoolwork, even exercise. Think about that, I wouldn't even exercise. Okay, so the third method I implemented, and probably the most important method, was I created the right routine. Every day after school, right, I would relapse, or every morning. Why? Because I was bored. I didn't have any routine about what I was doing for that day. Because think about it, if you plan your day the night before, let's say hour by hour, so what you're doing at 12 o'clock, what you're doing at 1 o'clock, I guarantee you what you're doing at 2 o'clock, it's not going to say written down, relapse on Nofap, right? It's not going to say that. It's going to be saying exercise. It's going to be saying eat these healthy foods. It's going to be saying do this work. And so because you've committed to it the night before, because you've actually wrote down what you're going to do for the day, you will most likely do those things, right? Like no one's perfect, I don't follow it perfectly, you probably don't follow it perfectly. The people you look up to probably don't follow it perfectly. But it does really help. My schedule says exercise, my schedule says eat healthy, my schedule says study. Nowhere on there does it say relapse. Now, obviously, I never put relapse on my schedule, but if you actually just make a structured schedule that you can follow, that's easy to follow every day, then you'll be so much more present on what you're actually doing. Because when you relapse, you aren't present, you're kind of just in this like brain fog weird mode when you're a bit bored, you don't really have a purpose going on. And so that's why you do it. That's why I did it. And listen, before this video ends, you might not be perfect, right? It might take you a week, it might take you a month, it might take you 6 months to actually get off this completely. But it's all about decreasing your relapses week by week, right? You don't have to cut it out completely just like that, right? It will probably take time. And I remember when I did finally overcome this addiction, I just had so much more self-respect for myself. Because think about it, what version do you respect more? The version of yourself that can't control himself and has to go to his bed to relapse every day? Or the guy who can resist that urge and does some actual meaningful plans instead? Right, obviously the second option. So you're gonna get more confidence and an overall better life from that. Because Nofap will just indirectly help a lot of things you're dealing with right now.